Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so this is me, your borderman NJ number 2 the city with a number 2 in TO. So once again, after watching a few YouTube videos, because once again, one of the top things I'm prominent with doing for like the last 5 years and consistently more is YouTube. Um, Obviously, I'm in one of my two bedrooms, and the phone is not angled on anything with a desk attached to it. It is angled on my iPad, which is on top of my bop bag that I got, my training bag that I got, I think back in like 2011, 2012, one of those 2 years. Back when I was still very heavily interested in WWE and, I want to say UFC to an extent, fighting, wrestling, stuff like that. So with this being said, yeah, this new video, try to make this as a little bit introspective as I can. So, online stores, how online stores have been going for me. I can rest assure you, I can create new online stores, like I can create new song titles, album titles, names for record labels, ministries, and more, which is I can do it out of thin air, and so on. I'm very thankful that God has blessed me with this talent, this passion, this creativity, this wisdom to be able to do things like this out of thin air. But at the same time, I'm not gonna lie. The online store has not, gone, the best at this moment. And the reason why is because I've not fully put my full work, my full pride, my full effort and energy into it. Haven't even really put even half of it into it. And so that's one of the top reasons why it hasn't gone as best as I would have hoped. But I've only been doing it for like a couple months, so not too long whatsoever. I really started back in June, and so on. But even back in June, actually the way I started back in June was a little bit confusing because I hadn't really posted any actual items in June. I think I started back in June, but I didn't post any items, so I got back to to Florida in August, and trust me, it was the most mind-numbing thing in the world to have. Again, I'm from this state. I still live in this state. And it was the most mind-numbing thing in the world, Lord knows, to, if you were to ask me, to be gone for like literally 90-something% of the whole summer. Or at least of those 2 months, June and July. But again, it was family business, family matters, and that's why. And by the way, once again, regardless what anybody says, ladies and gentlemen, I know who I am. I know what I put out here, put out there on platforms like YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Snap. I know what I put out there, and I can God first, answer for any of it. That's really been one of my number one top goals with whatever I put out there on social media. Be able and ready to answer forward when that time comes. That means if anybody has any questions about your true motives, why you do what you do, who you are, and more, and what you do for a living or whatever the case might be. But again, I give you pretty much majority of those answers, if not all those answers, in literally every other video, if not every video that I've been posting over the last like 4 or 5 years. So that's just what that is. I like to, because God first knows, I like to put out the God first, realest, truest, versions of myself out here for people to, again, learn, build, and grow from in Christ's name. In many cases, it's been a ministry without actually reading from the Bible. It's actually been a ministry, and I'm very thankful for that. Other people other people just do not see at times, and I really couldn't tell you other than the reason why they don't see is because, once again, it's like one of my top biggest phrases that I used in 2019 or towards the end of 2019 going to 2020. You will never get ahead if you don't learn how to get out of your own head. And I do believe that's one of the top things a lot of people absolutely do not understand. A lot of people, one of the topics that we have all the sin as running as rampant as it is all across this planet today is because a lot of people are in their own head. They like their sin, they like being biased, they like being two-faced, they like being double standard, they like being pretty much fake. They like having definitely double standards. One rule for you, one rule for me. They like that. And then when you step out of that zone, they're thinking to themselves like, oh, wait a minute. Why you step out, and just start criticizing. You're like, well, wait a minute, but what about this standard and that standard and how you're doing here and there and so on. But they never want to hear about themselves. One of the top problems we've got to stop doing, and for 2020 to be as a success as it can be, we've got to stop doing that. We've got to stop running from people telling us about ourselves. And I believe that's one of the top problems that we have in our entire society. People don't want to be told about themselves. They just want to be lawless, and they want to be just. It really is an illusion of being free because you're really lost, But they really they want to be negatively, garbagely lawless, and they want to just be able to do whatever they want, say whatever they want, and then blame the system for booking them when they commit crimes, you know, and so on. Not everything is race related, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm not saying there's not a good majority that still exists in our country and or society that is race related, because there's a lot. The evidence is around almost every other corner, depending on where you live and where you're looking, and so on. It's really there. Race relations are still heavy and very prevalent in a lot of parts of our society, culture, and country, and much more. But I can rest assure you, if you're a Christian, because one of the top demographics that I speak to here is Christians, I want people to really, really, really understand themselves. With Christianity, please, for the further advancement of the faith in 2020, please, do not call yourself a Christian if you're consistently race baiting. Do not call yourself a Christian if you're consistently reaching for reasons to complain, reasons to bash other people. That's not Christian-like. That's not God-like. That's not Christ-like. That is absolutely garbage, ladies and gentlemen. That's absolutely garbage. Christian-like, if you were to ask me, you're always looking to help somebody else. You're always looking to give back to others. You're always trying to, honor somebody. You're always trying to, God first, get ahead. You're always looking for reasons to celebrate, reasons to rejoice. Stuff like that, stuff like that I think fit into the criteria of what being saved and aware, spiritually that is, spiritually saved and aware, born again, because I am a born again Christian, baptized June 25th, I believe so, 2018, if not June 26th, I believe it was June 25th. And that's what it is. And like I said, all glory be to God. Like I said, I love life, love the story overall, and God is good for better and for worse. But one of the top things I want to let everybody know is that, again, if you follow any of my social medias, definitely the Instagrams of like Star Point Kids and Athletics, BNE FTV. I want to say NJ to the City and NJ to the City News, but I could get back on those eventually. But yeah, like I said, I got a lot of different brands and a lot of different designs and a lot of different shirts and so on. What that means is I am pretty much like a fashion designer to a huge extent. And I can assure you the designs that I have, because I've been researching YouTube videos about people who run their own online stores, before I started mine, or mines to an extent. I've been researching people who have, again, within 2-3 months, if not 6 months, they took it to 0 to 1,000 really. And I can assure you, the difference between Printful and Custom Ink is that Printful, I have all my designs on there for the most part. It doesn't take number like 15 minutes, if less than that, to design a shirt for me, if you were to ask me. And what that means is a lot of these designs, actually, that just means it's really quick and easy to design something if you really know what your golfer is looking for. And then other than that, it's the fact being every design has been, I think, or not really every design, but a good like 80% of my designs have been flawless. They've been absolutely, flawless. They've been nice. They've been cool. They've been sweet, and that's one of the top things that I'm trying to consistently sell now to all of you, to once again, not only, obviously get money for myself, to again, make a living for myself, but also to give back to you and give back to other people over time. Because once again, this is about family, foundation, God's gift charity, God's gift, spreading his love, his grace, his mercy for the further advancement of all people, and so on and so on. And I can rest assure you, I got a lot of designs, and I can assure you one of the top ways that I'm still going to try to, once again, get the revenue from them is through these fundraisers that you can set up on Custom Ink. I would love it if Custom Ink just let me set it up on an online store, but the only way I can do that is if I manually set it up, and that way I manually order the shirts, and then I take a screenshot of one of them, or not screenshot, but a picture of one of them, post it and tell you how many I have and set the price and so on. That's one way to do it. Another way to do it is through the fundraisers, which is through, everybody, who wants one. They just, buy one, and by the time that fundraiser is done, it just, and, all the shirts are individually shipped out to everybody that bought one. That's one of the top things that I'm still trying to do, and I'm definitely going to keep on God First trying to do, because these shirts are surefire. Literally. And if you don't know some of the designs, you once again go on my NJ to the City Snapchat, and also can go on my really, again, just look up NJ to the City and really all social media, and you'll find one of my pages, and and I'll have various fundraisers here and there, because I have a lot of different brands and t-shirt designs to support, and promote and market those brands and so on. This is what I'm doing. This is what I want to do for a living, and this is what I'm God First every day trying to continuously learn better and grow, and to continuously doing for a living, because again, this is real life. This is what I want to do. Like I said, I'm never giving up music for anybody that wanted to know. You still doing music? Yeah, I'm still doing music. One of the top reasons why I'm still doing music is because, ladies and gentlemen, for example, I'm over here buying up, I want to say, well, K through 12 books to an extent, and I mean literature books, and I can tell you, I can pick apart, one chapter and probably find 100, if not more, song titles out of that one chapter. I do a lot of reading at times, whether it's sports articles or just regular literature, of nonfiction books or fiction books or whatever else. It's the storytelling. And it's so easy to come up with song title after song title after song title after song title. It's so easy, and because of that, I know how to rhyme. I'm obviously a rapper. I know how to sing a little bit. I am a singer, and I've created a lot of quality music in the past. Again, some of it was very cringeworthy, but again, I'm continuously God First getting better and better and better and better and better at it, to where I'm telling you, I have faith in my music. I have faith in the t-shirts, and I have faith in just everything that I want to do for the God First, for the advance of all people, through Christ, which strengthens me. And I'm going to God First keep on trying to do this, because I understand with the music, if I can help influence all K through 12 godly through the music, help them better memorize their subjects, and do better at their subjects, and then get inspired within just pure life, and then get inspired through, again, the purity of sports and so many other things. One of the top things I want to use my music and my platforms to do is I want to help get all K through 12 and more people as well, inspired about life, school, and sports. Those are the three things that I want to help all K through 12 and more get excited about through my platforms and all my content and my t-shirts and more. Get inspired about life, school, and sports. Because again, for the further events on all people, that's what we need. And like I said before, if I can help kids do better in education through my music, through my platforms of, explaining whatever to them easier and better from my rational thinking knowledge, I will God First do so. And that's exactly what I want to do, honestly. Because I'm telling you, it's not that hard to make an impact. It's not that hard to build a legacy. It's not that hard to have a power of influence. It's not that hard to build a fan base. And it's God First not that hard to go out there, sometimes step outside your comfort zone in order to make a true one-on-one, real, and individual difference. And that's one of the things I'm trying to do through everything, through the online stores, through the literature library, through the t-shirts and merchandise. I know I can do it. I'm going to continue to keep trying to build this up, and we'll see what we continuously get with it. But yeah, I just really wanted to make this video partially to tell y'all, once again, I definitely will, about the fundraisers that will be taking place, and you can check all my advices of social media. I'll be texting a few of them out and so on, and we're going to make this happen. God First, I have no other choice. This is how I want to get paid. This is how I need to get paid. I'm God First, a genius, and I want to help other people through these vices, and I want us all to learn, build, and grow in Christ's name through these vices. And this is just what I want to do. And I gotta God First do what I gotta do. Cause by the way, you can look me up on Poshmark. By the way, I haven't posted anything on Poshmark, but look it up, NJ2TheCity on Poshmark, and literally every day I got like tons. I wouldn't say tons, but every day for like the last few months, I've had like 3, 4, 5 people adding me, following me on Poshmark. I'm building a fan base on Poshmark by God's glory and grace, and I haven't even posted any listings on there. And that's how good God is, through just spreading the gospel and through having some really appealing pictures and so on and so on, and just knowing how to market, how to promote, and everything else. And I know I can God First do this, and we're going to see how it goes. So again, more coming soon on online stores, foundations, families, everything for the festival people in Christ's name. It's me, your boy, man, Entry to the City. I don't know what the next video will be on, but thank y'all for listening, watching, and subscribing. Even though it's hot outside, I still got these 2 sweaters on just because, you know, they're comfortable to sleep in, so that's one of the top reasons why, you know, and I'm just too lazy to take them off. But either way, God bless. Take care, your boy, man, Entry to the City. Out.